Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm sure everyone talks about this, but that airport scene is awesome. And, there's just so many of them all together. What was it like trying to get all of them together and say, look, guys, we're going to shoot the scene and we're going to get it right? Because you're looking left, it's one superhero. You're looking right, it's another.
It was a lot of work. It took a lot of effort it took us about a year to plan that scene and execute it with our visual effects team and our stunt team. And then, to shoot it with all of those actors. It was very hot in Atlanta where we shot it, and they all wear rubber suits, and
the boys were telling me it's really sweaty. It's not
really
glamorous
No, not
at all.
I mean, they'll literally step outside, and within seconds there's just sweat running into their eyes, and it's very unglamorous. But we couldn't be happier with the end result. And as a guy who grew up collecting comics from the time he was 10 years old. Shooting that sequence was like a dream come true.
I was gonna say the 10-year-old boys go, yes,
oh, yeah,
score one, right?
Yeah, that's like everything you dream about when you're a kid is who would beat who in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. But like seeing it all on screen and everything, and you being a fanboy, do you ever go and sort of, and the Marvel fans are a passionate bunch. Yep. They eat, they sleep, they breathe the universe.
Yes.
Do you ever go into the forums and poke around? As a director, do you feel like that's important to hear what they're saying, or to sort of go block out?
I always do. I think it is very important. I think we find a lot of good ideas in the forums where people, it's because they are so passionate about the characters, they'll bring up a level of detail that you forgot or something that's important to them.
Right.
And I'll go, that's a great idea. We have to work that into the character. We've been doing that since we worked on Arrested Development and Community. We came up with a lot of ideas for both of those shows through the message board. So I think it's an important component. Filmmaking is about engaging with the audience. If we didn't want to engage an audience, then we would write short stories and put them in our drawer.
Right. So Joe in the basement writing that little comment about what he would like to see in Infinity War is gonna make it in this.
It could show up in the movie.
You heard that. Come on, guys, get on the forums.
Yes.
But as a director, what was the toughest scene to shoot? From a filmmaker's perspective, what was the most difficult? I mean, because you're dealing with CGI, and you do have, and you said, a Steven Soderbergh sort of band of actors.
Yes.
That plus this action plus this CGI. What was the toughest thing?
I think the toughest thing was that airport sequence because it's so complicated, and there are so many characters in it. And you want to make sure you service them all and that it doesn't feel like they're in their own movies. It was very important that it feel integrated and that the story and the characters keep pushing the action forward.
You know how I love how superhero movies these days are really holding up a mirror to the world that we live in, and we do live in pretty dire times.
Sure.
Do you and your brother sort of take that into perspective
Absolutely.
When sort of approaching something like this?
We absolutely do, because we are obsessed with current events just like everyone else. We're politically minded. We read a lot. And, our own anxieties are reflected in the movie. I think it's very important that the audience feel a sense of immediacy when they see the film, so that they feel like what's happening is happening in their world.
Yeah.
We like to ground the superheroes as much as possible. And also, I just think it's more relevant for the audience if they're dealing with a thematic issue that's important to them.
Yeah, but not just with realism, there's comedy as well,
Right,
which
sure.
obviously, because you guys do Arrested Development and Community, which I am obsessed with. I
great.
love Arrested Development.
That's great.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank you.
But there's a lot of, with the comedy, there's a lot of pathos as well.
Yes.
Is that something, and also because you've got such big names and such heroes that everybody feels like they belong to. Everybody feels like I see some of me in Iron Man, or I see some of me in Captain America. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, we like to balance out the storytelling. That's very important to us. Going to a movie, you're paying your hard-earned money to come see a film, and I think if you can laugh in the movie and cry in the movie and feel scared and get upset and be happy, it's better than just one of those things.
Yeah. Is it difficult to get that balance, you think?
It is very difficult. You have to pay a lot of attention and be very vigilant as you're developing the script, as you're shooting the movie, and when you're editing the movie. So it requires a lot of thought in each phase of the film.
I was wondering, as a pair. Last question.
Yes.
Well, I'll go into this then. You guys filmed everywhere, and
Yes.
you've come to the beautiful island country state of Singapore.
Yeah.
Will I ever see a Russo brothers film filmed right here on our sunny island.
I think Singapore is beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. It's my first time here. I love it. I love the food. I love the culture. I love the people. So,
What type of film would you shoot here?
I think
you
there's
said
a
you
real
were very
possibility.
you said you were very
Yeah.
inspired by
Yes.
international cinema growing up
Yes,
as well, which I
was.
love.
I think you could set a really interesting thriller in Singapore.
I like that. So you heard it here, Singapore. The Russo brothers are coming here to film. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
It was
I
lovely.
appreciate it.